Hello and welcome to Let's Try. We're trying the demo for Dice with Death. This is looking to be a traditional kind of poker dice game. I'm actually really digging the art in this game already. So we're selecting a player first and foremost, the soldier or the healer. Instead of dealing damage, the healer applies 33% of would-be damage. Let's go with the soldier for now. This is a Steam Next Fest demo, so it is in an alpha state and there may be certain issues with it. Select a relic. When you bank a 3 of a kind, add counters to this relic equal to double the face banked. If your roll contained 4 or less, dice reinforce 1. So far this is kind of giving me Dicey Dungeons vibes. After your roll, heal 5 for each reinforcement dice. Let's go with the Glimmel Ring. What attracted me to this game was in fact the graphics. I really appreciate the vibe they're going for. They've got a really good mix of like traditionally like hand-drawn, some really kind of retro PS1 vibes, and some fairly like low fidelity graphics going on, and I think the combination works really well for this. So we're gonna roll our dice. We do have a 4, so we got a straight 5. Do we have a straight 5? 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, straight 5 2 to 6, or straight 6. Wow, we rolled a whole straight, huh? Well, why not bank that? Yeah, that sounds fantastic. We dealt 84 damage on our first turn. Death rolls straight 5, so they rolled a smaller straight, but a straight nonetheless. We rolled another straight to 6 again. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Wow, okay. Now the gimmick with this is that if I roll like a pair or 3 of a kind or something like that, then I can bank that and then risk rolling again. If I don't roll at least a pair on my second roll, then I lose all of my banked points. So we've got a pair here. We've got 2 pair. So we could bank 30. And now I could roll these, or I could just pass. I think I'll pass and deal 30 damage. We're doing pretty well for health. 2 pair. 54. That was 54 damage? Dang. I guess a higher pair is still worth more. All right, we've got 3 pair there. 88. Well, I mean, we win there. So we select a relic for our win. After your roll, heal 5 for each reinforcement dice that was a part of the roll. Start of your turn, heal for 5. Whenever you heal from a relic effect, add 1 counter to this relic. Then deal damage to death equal to the counters on this relic. Oh, that's kind of nice. Yeah, we already have a healing relic. If your roll contained 4 or less dice. Oh, this one's... Oh, I thought it meant if you rolled a 4, but no, if you roll 4 or less dice, then when it contains 2... Oh, reinforce 1. If it contained 2 or less, reinforce 2. Reinforce rolls an extra dice and adds it to your hand. Okay, interesting. Replace dice? What is this? Sure. I'm not sure what these different colored dice mean just yet. We'll replace one of our normal dice with a red dice. Not sure what that's going to do for us. And then we select another relic. Heal 5 for each reinforcement dice that was part of the roll. That sounds like it's going to be good as well, because it combos quite nicely. Replace dice. Oh, I see. This has different pips on the sides. This has 1 2 3 4 5 6 normal. This is 2 2 2 3 4 5. This is a normal set, normal set, normal set. And then this has a slightly different set. So this, well, if we want more pairs, it would be good to take something like this. So yeah, why not? We'll replace one of our dice. So we healed 5 right away, and then this gained 1 counter on it, and then we dealt 1 damage, I assume. So we only got a pair of 3s. That's actually fine, because we're rolling 4 dice, and then we're going to be healing based on what we have left. We're also going to be having a reinforcement. So we healed 5, we dealt 2 damage. Some really good synergies going on here. So we only rolled 1 more pair, but if we roll these, then we'll get 2 reinforcement dice. Well, unfortunately we rolled nothing. So we got nothing, we fumbled. Okay, well that's a bummer, but I'm not sorry we did that. They have a lucky extra dice. Looks like they're dealing 64 damage right away. That's brutal. Still, we're healing a lot, which means we're going to be doing a lot of damage with our Heart Locket. I wonder if that resets it every combat. We seem to roll 2 reinforcement dice there, and I'm not sure exactly why. Seems to me we would want to use whatever we can from our reinforcement dice. 2 pairs, 2s, and 5s. 4 of a kind, that sounds good. Let's use our 4 of a kind. That only got us 24 in the bank? That's brutal. All right, let's roll what we have left. Come on, at least a pair. Okay, we got at least a pair. And we also healed, and we also dealt a little bit more damage. Oh, I didn't mean to roll. No, I didn't mean to roll. Okay, we still got a pair, so I'm just very lucky there. I didn't mean to roll. We bank that, and then we pass. 3 ones, 3 ones. That seems to be all they got. 8 points. They're rolling what they have left. 1 pair. 1 pair still. Pair of 3s. Okay. They dealt 20 damage. Nothing to worry about. We're already dealing 8 damage per turn. Per roll, really. What do we get here? We didn't fumble. We got 1 pair. I'm cool with that. Let's roll. No, 1 reinforcement dice. Looks like we just got 1 pair again. Kind of want to 28. I think it's worth rolling. Our odds are pretty good of getting something. We did get 1 pair, and we do heal every time we do this and do some damage. So it's almost worth, even if we fumble, it's worth trying because we still do some damage. So we'll bank that and we'll pass. Some good synergies going on here. It does remind me a little bit of Balatro, but it's hard not to make that comparison when it comes to any kind of gambling roguelite. But this is actually really cool. I'm digging what we've got going on here. All right. Veteran Scars. I have to figure out... Oh, rolling 3 of a kind or more triggers reinforcement, an additional phase that causes more dice. So we could just bank 70. Here's the interesting thing, is we could bank 70, or we could bank 3 4s and then roll again. I kind of want to do that because then we'll heal and do like consistent damage. Of course, we could fumble. We rolled 1 pair. But we did 13 damage. I have a funny feeling I squandered this. Let's pass. We'll do 34 damage. I don't want to take the chance, but we win anyway, so. Well done. We shall play again soon. Is that the end? That is the end. Very short demo. All right, let's try the healer. Herb Posey. Instead of dealing damage, the healer applies 33% of would-be damage as a stacking poison value to death. All right, let's try that. Select a relic. Rolling 1 immediately adds 5 poison to death. The amount of damage you convert into poison from a Herb Posey is increased from 33 to 66. I mean, that sounds like the obvious take. The fact that there's a rare relic thrown in there seems very good for us. Okay, we are immediately doing 2 pair. We could do, wow, 88 damage right away as poison. And so we're not doing that damage right away. We're applying it as 66% of that damage as poison. So they're going to be doing 3 of a kind 6s, which is 45 points. That's quite a lot. So the nice thing is that we can take more risks knowing that we're going to deal 58 damage anyway. That being said, 60 damage, well, not quite 60 damage. It's going to be 40 damage. 40 stacks of poison is really good. 45 damage from death. So we win no matter what. Not sure what we need to do in those circumstances. So dealing 66% of our would-be damage as poison right away is really good. It almost feels like a 1 run already. Rolling a 1 immediately adds 5 poison to death. So the interesting thing about this is that we could just like try and roll as much as possible to increase our stacks. If your roll contains only odd numbers, immediately deal 25 damage to death and heal 25 damage. Interesting. Add counters equal to the face value of each dice you roll to this ring. When there are 50 or more counters, remove them all and add 10 poison stacks to death. I don't know how I feel about that. And then this is more or less the same thing. Oh, this, instead of adding 10 poison stacks, this heals for 20. I kind of like this white pebble. I don't know if it's going to work for us. Well, this dice immediately has only odd numbers, so that's going to help a lot. Let's go ahead and replace that. Select another relic. First time each game you would take damage from death passing this turn, it is fully prevented. Add counters again to the diamond ring. Each time you roll, heal for the highest face number rolled and poison death for the lowest. Kind of nice. Black pebble. If your roll contains only even numbers immediately. Okay. This one's not as good for us, especially since now I've taken a dice to increase our odds of only odd numbers. Oh, interesting. Taking a relic also gives us a dice. I only just now caught on to that fact. All right, let's take the fishtail hook. I'm going to not replace our die, and we're just going to hope for the best here. So we'll bank 30. That's only 20 poison stacks. Ooh, okay. We'll bank 8 more. That's not great, but 25 stacks is not nothing. 45 damage on their first roll, and they're not done yet. They're not done yet. They got a pair as well. I assume the same rules apply to death. If they fumble their second roll, they get nothing. But our fishtail hook blocks that first attack, so that's kind of nice. All right, so we've got 3 pair right away. Wow, 96. That's kind of amazing. Dealing almost 100 damage per turn now. Whoa, 4 6s, 72 points of damage. Crazy. Are they gonna roll again? No, they played it safe. 2 pair. We could just roll again. Let's roll again. Yo, 2 4s. The odds were not in our favor, but that was quite good. Now we're doing 126. We'll win on our next turn no matter what. I don't think that Death can do 120 damage on their turn. They got 1 pair. They got 2 pair. Are they gonna? No, they're gonna roll. They got nothing. They still got nothing. So they fumbled. Death fumbled. All right, starting with 16. I guess that's something. We'll roll. Those are all odd. So we deal 25 damage and heal. We'll bank 20 and pass. And no matter what, it's worth rolling because if there's a chance that we can heal some of our health, that would be good. Well done. All right, very short demo, and it's not a super difficult game right now, but I have a funny feeling when the full game comes out, it'll be a bit longer and you'll have to play a bit of a longer game. I really like this so far. There's not a lot here, but what is here is really quite fun. I enjoy the synergies and the strategies of kind of like replacing your dice, and I haven't seen some of these things a million times before. I'm sure once the game comes out, we'll see some crossover with things like Slay the Spire and Balatro, but right now it actually feels quite original. All right, if you enjoyed this, definitely hit the like button and consider subscribing for more content like this. Let me know what you thought of Dice with Death in the comments, and I'll see y'all next time.